Yo, what's good, TK Crew? It's your boy Ryan.
It's your boy Kirby.
And yo, we're here to react to some new Rockstar. Now, for most people who don't know new Rockstar, it's pretty much a breakdown channel who likes to break down trailers, movies, and anything that comes out that we are interested into, or mostly which are like comic book movies or science fiction movies, anything like that. So Disney Plus Day was yesterday or a few days ago, I believe, and they released a whole lot of content. Now, out of that content, at least 16 titles were Marvel content. Let's check out what new Rockstar got for us. Most likely he's gonna let us know what all 16 of them contents are, how they're connected to each other, how they're connected to the MCU, and what we have to expect in future MCU movies and TV shows. So let's check this out right now.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Marvel Studios just revealed and confirmed 16 major titles coming to Disney Plus in the next couple years. Some of these we already knew about, but we just learned about even more, like Agatha, House of Harkness, Echo, Marvel Zombies, Spider-Man Freshman Year, X-Men 97. All of these are on our minds, zipping through endless possibilities like Dr. Frickin' Strange. Now, of these, I am definitely most excited about House of Harkness. I'll explain why in a bit, but first, we gotta go through all of these to explain.
You remember Agatha, right? Yeah, so it's pretty much, I think maybe it's gonna be a prequel to what we saw for WandaVision.
Oh, like what they showed, yeah, okay. No, I know, they have to do a movie like that. They're gonna have to explain everything.
Like the magic and all that shit from her, right? Yeah. Yo, check out our reaction to WandaVision up here. But yeah, I can't wait for that. So I thought it was just a rumor. I heard that they're gonna do something like that.
No, I kind of figured. A lot of people like the character. A lot of people like what they saw. They wanted to, you know.
I just hope they don't like milk out the character too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
But let's see. Let's check out more.
I'm interested about Marvel's
timeline and overall streaming content plan because
Secret
I'm
Invasion.
so pumped for this. Let's start with Hawkeye.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, say that.
Thanksgiving week.
I can't wait for this. This is the new TV show coming out. We're definitely gonna react to this.
Face off against the Tracksuit Mafia. These guys always saying, bro. Show's also gonna feature Vera Farmiga as Kate's mother, Eleanor Bishop, and Jack Duquesne. I think we can assume it's gonna set up the Young Avengers in the MCU.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Because she's in the Young Avengers. She replaces Hawkeye.
Week with Inside Marvel after shows and, of course, scene-by-scene breakdowns of all the Easter eggs you missed. Disney Plus Day showed us some awesome new footage from this show. The scene where they flee the Tracksuit Mafia while stealing a car, taken directly from the Matt Fraction David Aha comics. We hear the Nutcracker music, and they have this awesome, unbroken, rotating tracking shot.
That's one shot? That's fire. This is clean.
That was a clean
shot in Children of Men. I'm so excited to see this series. But moving on to the big headline from today, Moon Knight coming soon, hopefully.
Moon Knight! I've been waiting.
Mark Spector, who gets possessed by the Egyptian moon deity of Khonshu, giving him supernatural abilities.
So this is the trailer.
But all depicted in the form of dissociative identity disorder. Gonna be an amazing point of view show. Oscar.
So I'm gonna just say this: a lot of people like to compare Moon Knight to Batman.
I can see why.
Just because the way his suit and shit, the way he acts, and I don't know. I can see some comparisons, but he's definitely nothing like Batman though. But I can see comparisons.
Yeah,
he got little moonarangs and shit.
Yeah, and then it's the way he like you take his cape and he does everything kind of in the shot at night. I don't know. He gives that type of vibe
like the moon gives him his powers, so he has supernatural powers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see anything about Moon Knight. I haven't seen shit about Moon Knight anywhere, but the comic, the animated TV shows. But they just recently started using him because they knew that they're eventually gonna make content about him.
But if the moon gives him his power, what happens if during the day he don't fight? He doesn't fight.
I don't know nothing about Moon Knight, but most likely he only powers up whenever the moon. I think he's strongest at the full moon.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Some shit like that. Well, let's check this out. Let's check out what he got for us.
Isaac's gonna crush this.
Look at
Ethan
this.
Hawke
This
is gonna be
looks
playing
great.
an unknown villain in it. Gaspar Ulliel is gonna be playing Midnight Man, and I'm super excited to see how Moon Knight can connect to characters like Blade and Black Knight, Dane Whitman, and
The Midnight
Suns.
Suns. That's their own supernatural team up. So Ghost Rider, Blade, and Moon Knight, they're in a team together.
And of course, there's
I wanna see Blade,
She-Hulk,
like-
starring Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters, pro attorney and cousin of Bruce Banner, who somehow is going to get powered up into She-Hulk.
Look at that
He's an
ass.
amazing character,
Okay.
Marvel Comics member of the Fantastic Four, associated with the Avengers. Mark Ruffalo is going to return in the series both in his Smart Hulk form and in his human form that we saw in the Shang-Chi post-credit scene.
This is
However,
lit.
he
He's in
reverted
the-
back
if he's
to
in the show, I guess
He
his
has to be, bro.
mastery over when he transforms into Hulk, which is how he's going to help his cousin Jennifer power up into this form. But in the Marvel Comics, She-Hulk tends to stay in her green form throughout her normal life. It's going to be a 10-episode legal comedy, and Tim Roth as Abomination is
see that
going to
happening.
return in this show. We saw him
Maybe-
in Shang-Chi
maybe by the end of the
as
show,
well.
they
Making
should
me
keep her
think
form
everything
for
that's
real.
going on with Thaddeus Ross and Val putting together a Dark Avengers or a Thunderbolts team with Yelena Belova, John Walker, potentially Abomination
Yeah,
as well,
great.
could all play into this series.
Yeah,
but
so
Jamila
Abomination.
Jamil is going to be playing Mary McFerrin, aka Titania, who was turned into a superhero by Doctor Doom. Now, will Doctor Doom play into this series? We'll see. Might be a little
Yeah,
early
you're
for
gonna
it. For
bring
me, it's
Doctor
never
Doom.
too
You won't be
soon
able
for
to do that
Dr. Doom
until
to
they
see. Now, confirmed
until they
for
actually
summer
finally
20.
See?
get the Fantastic Four movie out.
See, but here's the thing, though. The thing about She-Hulk is that she's been established in the Fantastic Four comics. She's like a member of the Fantastic Four. So maybe they
Okay.
might sprinkle,
That's
some characters of the
Oh.
Fantastic Four or some shit. So, like, if you ever see her show up in the Fantastic
Yeah.
Four, there's a reason. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. But didn't they mention something about a Fantastic Four movie on its way out?
Yeah, it's on its way.
Okay, so because before you introduce Doctor Doom,
I say that's coming out like 2023, 2024. But there's some
That's what I'm
delays.
saying.
There's like mad delays that have been happening recently.
I need a new Fantastic Four movie, man. I need it. I need to
fact.
see it done the right way.
That's a fact. No hate
Yeah,
to
no hate.
Michael. I love Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, great actor. We love him.
I love some of the actors in that new movie, but that was the trashiest thing
No,
I've
man.
ever seen in my life.
It was not it.
God, Garbaggio. Oh my God.
It was just
Like-
I don't like explain it. It wasn't it. That's all I can say.
It was not it. But let's continue with this. I'm really hyped with what we've been seeing.
22 is Miss Marvel, starring Iman Vellani
This was
as
supposed to come
Kamala
out
Khan,
already.
a Muslim Pakistani-American teenager living in New Jersey who idolizes characters like Harold Danvers, Captain Marvel, who seems like from this trailer footage is going to get hit by a similar blast of cosmic radiation that we saw Harold Danvers get hit with and Monica Rambeau go through as she passed through the Hex Wall of Westview in WandaVision. So all three of these women are going to come together in the Marvels film, Captain Marvel 2, coming February 2020.
Okay, I do want to see
the
that.
origin story for Kamala. This Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, perhaps the debut of Will Poulter as Adam Warlock. That dude
No way.
got jacked. But then
Yo, look at my boy! I can't wait.
is coming. We can assume that it's going to explore the consequences of the Watcher's actions in the
Did you
final
watch
episode
one of it?
of season 1.
Probably
He had this
3
oath that he
episodes.
broke.
And
Are
it
there
was
going to be
crazy
other
as
Watchers
fuck.
who come to punish him?
Crazy
for that?
What was the ending?
Big cosmic
Fuck.
forces like Galactus
Oh my
gonna
God.
drop
What-
in.
what-
We got
what was
a
the ending?
Galactus
That
right
one?
there.
Look at
We're
that. I
watched that.
giant
I watched that
that
with my
just
brother.
took a bite into a galaxy like a donut.
Man,
Also,
bit
are
into the
confirmed to
whole
have another
galaxy.
Captain Carter episode. The showrunner said that she's going to be a focal character of the whole series. The post-credit scene of season 1 showed Captain Carter and Black Widow on the Lemurian Star fighting Steve Rogers' Hydra Stomper armor, suggested to have Steve inside, but in this reality, will Steve have been corrupted by Hydra as part of a Winter Soldier
That
program?
would be
Then we have
fun.
confirmation of a new series we didn't know was going to be happening.
Echo, which
starring
is related
Fox
to,
as Maya
Daredevil.
Lopez, aka Echo in Hawkeye. She is a death superhero with the ability to mirror combat moves, kind of like what Taskmaster was supposed to be in Black Widow. Maya Lopez's father worked for Kingpin in the comics and was actually killed by Kingpin. A lot of the criminal entities we're going to see in Hawkeye actually do work
Like
for Kingpin in the
Kingpin?
comics.
They
It's
need
a
to,
great opportunity to bring in Wilson Fisk into the MCU in the show. Hopefully we'll see that in Hawkeye, and if not Hawkeye,
It has to be
Echo,
connected to
which is gonna be a
Daredevil.
spin-off.
No, I know
think we
Daredevil,
all
that's what I'm
hope
saying,
we
but I
kinda
want-
like a
he's so
Daredevil
connected with
season
so
4.
much
We
stuff, like
need
Spider-Man,
Matthew
so
Murdock in the MCU.
Punisher.
Echo
Yeah,
would be
you
a
have
great
to-
opportunity to do that. And the Wasp Quantumania, which is going to be July 2023. And in the second season, we're definitely going to see more of Kang the Conqueror.
So they're talking about
In
Loki
reality,
season
Loki
2.
ends up in the season finale as warped even the TVA, something that we thought was neutral ground, so that a massive statue of Kang has replaced the statue of the Timekeepers. We also last saw Sylvie in the Citadel at the end of time after slaying He Who Remains, and she and Loki seem to be now star-crossed lovers in separate realities altogether. So I think the world building is going to continue in different vectors altogether, giving us more insight into where exactly the TVA is and what parts of reality Kang has already warped. Kang remains the most fascinating villain ahead in the MCU, someone who ties in with the Fantastic Four and the Young Avengers. Then, interesting announcement, X-Men 97, which is going to be a continuation of the Amazing Fox series I grew up with. My first
Let's go! This was a OG fucking.
With a lot of the same voice cast coming back
Let's
from the 90s
go.
series, along with new voices. So the original series ran from 1992 to 1997.
It ended on a cliffhanger, bro.
This is going to be picking up right where that left off. I mean, this series
On a
was
cliffhanger.
so crucial to everything we love about the MCU now because it directly inspired the 2000 X-Men film that launched careers of Hugh Jackman and so many other.
All I'm saying, the fact that they're remaking or continuing the OG 90s X-Men, there's hope that eventually live-action X-Men is gonna be clean as fuck. Cause this is straight from Marvel Studios.
That's a fact. I feel like live-action X-Men. I'm not saying it's overdue, but when they drop that, the hype is gonna be great. It's gonna go crazy.
Bro, all I'm saying is I can't wait for shit like X-Men versus Avengers. You know what I mean? Like shit like I wish they could have waited for Civil War, cause the OG Civil War had to do a lot with the mutants. It won like a group of mutants fucked up, and this guy blew up a whole middle school.
Oh,
And they were like, yo, we gotta make
wild.
superheroes accountable for how they use their powers and shit. So that would have been fire, bro.
That would've been fire for real.
But I can't wait to, I'm not gonna lie, I just rewatched like the 90s series over again like a few months ago, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. The voice acting, the action, everything.
I think my favorite X-Men was probably Evolution.
Let's go!
I just think X-Men Evolution,
man.
that was just
Clean. It was darker, it was more up to date.
It was like, yeah, it was
The
really
action was
original.
fire.
It was valid.
Is that where they that was the first time we ever seen X-23 also? Wolverine's clone.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the first time they ever came with that, and then they made it comic book act like a TV show is great when they could create a character and then later they make it canon to the comic books, because that's the same shit they did with Batman the animated series with Harley Quinn. So like, you know what I mean? And now she's a big ass name, you know? So I can't wait, bro. I can't wait.
Including Kevin Feige, who is an associate producer on that film, and that launched his career to
Yep.
a trajectory
OG
where he gave us
X-Men
the
movie.
MCU as we know and love it now. And then another animated series, Spider-Man Freshman Year. Fascinating. Looks like it's going to be animated in the style of the 60s comic books, the classic Spider-Man from the old days. It has yet to be seen how connected to the MCU canon this will be, because it's a big deal to have Spider-Man, which is still a Sony property, on Disney+. This is going to be run by Jeff Trammell, who is a writer and actor in the Cartoon Network series Craig of the Creek. So I'm excited to see what comes from this. We also got a reminder that Ironheart is coming.
I like Craig of the Creek.
Thorne as Riri Williams, an MIT student who idolizes Tony Stark and then engineers her own Iron Man armor to carry his legacy. Actually, Riri Williams.
I can't wait for this. Also, so what's fire about Ironheart is that it brings back Tony Stark. We might get Tony Stark's AI. You know how they had Jarvis or whatever? So when Ironheart's created, Tony Stark is literally, his AI takes over his suit, and you see him walking around in his Iron Man suit, but you see his head is like a hologram.
Oh, himself.
Exactly.
This is kind of weird.
So he's gonna be like a walking, talking Jarvis or whatever. But like whenever he'll also be inside of her suit. So whenever she's flying around, she'll be like, "Oh, Mr. Stark" or whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
that would be so lit, bro. Oh man. And like I was just talking to my boss the other day, and he was like, he can't wait for like AI Tony Stark. I can't wait for this shit, bro. I cannot wait.
This is expected to first appear in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, if that movie can ever come out, because I know there's a lot of drama on production there. I've always speculated that Riri Williams could have been one of those students at MIT when Stark did the speech there
Facts.
in Civil War, which could
Facts.
be one scene to revisit.
You remember
like Tony
that?
Stark and Mysterio, Quentin Beck, and Riri Williams could have all been in the same room at the same time. And this title card design looks like it's a heart that has been welded together, with each letter having similar welding aesthetics to it. I would love if this show includes a shot of just Riri Williams, just like Tony Stark, hammering away.
That would be
armor.
cool.
Okay, but then the big title I'm most excited about, Agatha, House of Harkness. Now, we did learn that Catherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness was getting her own spin-off. Now we know the title is House of Harkness. I don't think I'm reading too much into it to say the House of structure is gotta be important wordplay, given all the parallels in WandaVision and probably which Multiverse of Madness to the House of M events in the Marvel Comics. We'll know more for sure after a
I don't know.
Multiverse of Madness.
You're reaching.
In May 2022. But if Multiverse of Madness is House of M, this show being called House of Harkness is going to give us our own unique look at Agatha Harkness's inner world. Because at the end of WandaVision, Wanda left her in that weird, creepy trance. It was suggested that the rest of the Westview Hex faded away after the final battle of WandaVision. We don't know exactly what happened to Agatha, suggested that she was left in that kind of trance, which is kind of a creepy thing for Wanda to do to her. Now, coming out of WandaVision,
Is this pretty much...
Agatha for years was trying to be the alpha.
Is this pretty much like this could be one of two things. This could be a prequel to seeing how she got her powers, or like to explain about all the witches and shit that are in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Or this could be, like he said, after WandaVision and we're inside her mind, and eventually you see how she like escapes the trap that Wanda put her in. So who knows?
But yeah, I see what you're saying. But I personally think that it'd be better off to show the origin, and then maybe towards the end, kind of what you said, go back to how she's trying to break out of the trance that she's in.
Or maybe it's back and forth, you know?
Yeah.
I honestly, Marvel has done no wrong so far.
I would love to see her come back and get a round 2 with Wanda, and really like.
Oh man, nah, there's no round 2, bro. Wanda 2 OP now.
Oh yeah.
There's no round 2 now. Shit, I can't wait though. I cannot wait.
Witch herself, she absorbed all the powers of her coven that tried to burn her at the stake for bypassing the sorcery. She was supposed to limit herself to reading the Darkhold, and while my Mephisto theories for WandaVision ended up not coming true, it still could very well be the case that Agatha Harkness has some off-screen relationship with Mephisto. We even learned about the deleted scene from WandaVision where her rabbit, singer Scratchy, was going to be revealed as a demon in disguise, her familiar who chased those kids around the dungeon. So Jack Schaefer is returning as showrunner on this series. This is going to be very much a WandaVision season 2, and everything dark, horror-themed, supernatural, occult in the MCU going forward is going to be rooted in this show. Let's be a reminder that Armor Wars is going to be Rhodey's next appearance in the MCU, following the Falcon the Winter Soldier cameo where he told Sam Wilson we'll be in touch. Maybe Captain America Sam could come back in this series. It's also implied that Riri Williams Ironheart could cross in as well, because this series is going to be following the theme of what happens if Tony Stark's tech gets in the wrong hands, which I would argue is the theme of, like, I don't know, 8.
So OG Armor Wars had a tie-in with the Punisher, and the Punisher had his hands in one of Iron Man's suits, so he turned like the War Machine armor into his own armor.
The Punisher?
Yeah.
And
he was out killing murdering niggas, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't they come back and take the or attempt to take it?
Armored
Wars, bro.
I see. Oh, okay, I can see what you mean.
That we know of already.
I don't see that happening though.
Of nanotech introduced in Avengers Infinity War. Some believe that Doc Ock could be using nanotech in his arms in Spider-Man No Way Home. Nanotech is kind of like a godly, powerful form of technology that Tony Stark and Spider-Man seem to have unique access to. I guess along with Pepper Potts, as we saw in the Endgame final battle. So nanotech would be like an interesting virus if it's in the wrong hands. I would love to see Arnim Zola show up in this show. Seeing how in the animated What If, it was implied that there was a version of Zola in that Siberian Hydra base. Could that also be the case in the live-action MCU? And Zola is still out there. Speaking of What If, we learned that Marvel Zombies is getting its own spin-off. We don't know if it's going to be a direct spin-off from What If, but it looks like it's going to spend more time embracing the Robert Kirkman comics
Marvel
series.
Zombies,
The Marvel Zombies episode
up,
What If didn't spend a lot of time adapting directly, but in the Kirkman comics, this virus's origin.
So in the Marvel Zombies, the virus is way worse. So what pretty much happens is that the superheroes, they still retain their mind and their powers and shit, but they're just really hungry, right? So whenever they're really hungry, they reform back into zombies. But after they eat, they get their memories back and everything. So like, Spider-Man eats Aunt May because he was really hungry, and then you just find him like Aunt May, like he's done eating her, and you feel like fuck. He feels like kind of fucked up because like he gets his humanity back, you know.
So how did they change that?
There's no that's just a whole universe where
it's only
it's just everybody's zombies and shit. You try to see who's surviving and who's not, and I think they're trying to like there was a way to see if you're trying to see how they survive with the zombie virus and shit like that.
Okay.
Like,
I never heard of that before. That's what I'm saying. That's new to me.
It comes from an alternate reality. It's called The Hunger. It goes from reality to reality. The Fantastic Four get involved. Galactus gets involved. So the fact that this episode ended with zombie Thanos having 5 out of 6 stones, potentially getting the 6th stone, this virus could jump from reality to reality, and we could get the true Marvel Zombies storyline that we got in the comics. And what if director Brian Andrews is directing this series? And lastly, a reminder of the Secret Invasion storyline coming. We got a brief shot of Nick Fury. No eye patch. Is this Nick Fury? Is this Talos, who is impersonating him in Spider-Man Far From Home? I'm so pumped for this. This cast is going to be crazy. We know Ben Mendelsohn is coming back. They're going to have Olivia Colman in this show. Christopher McDonald's going to be in this show. Kingsley Ben-Adir. And it's going to be asking the question of, who do you trust? Who in the MCU that we have trusted all this time is who we thought they were has actually been a Skrull imposter? At the top of my list are Hank Pym and Karun from Eternals. But I'll be making plenty of future Skrull search videos in the days, weeks, and months, and maybe years ahead. So there you go.
Like the Skrulls infiltrated like the hierarchies of the government and shit. They trying to figure out who's friend.
Let me know what title you're most excited about. And you can support this channel by checking out our merch options at newrockstarsmerch.com. Follow me at EA Boss, follow New Rockstars, subscribe to New Rockstars for breakdowns of all this stuff. We got a lot to break down in the next 2 years, and I can't wait to join you guys to watch all of it. Thanks for watching this. See you next time. Bye.
I love watching this guy's shit.
Very informative.
But I can't wait to see what's more to come. This was a great video. I love watching Eric Voss. New Rockstar is very informative, very informative. Always be enlightening us to what's coming and shit. So what are you most hyped about from seeing all that?
Everything at this point. I am interested. I want to see Agatha. I do want to see her origin story and what they do from there. But I can't even answer that. I don't know. Everything seems so.
No, I know what you mean. No cap. I think I'm most hyped for Echo and Ironheart and She-Hulk. So I'm most hyped for Echo.
Oh yeah.
Only because Echo has a lot of tie-ins with Daredevil. And I want to see Daredevil make his way back to the MCU. Supposedly, he's supposed to be making a cameo in the Spider-Man movie. Let's see what happens. But Echo, definitely, I want to see how she ties into the MCU with Daredevil. And they, like she said, her dad used to work for the Kingpin. So let's see if they bring back the OG Kingpin from the Netflix series for Daredevil. I don't know. I can't wait. Because, like, bro, he was a great Daredevil. I mean, he was a great Kingpin. And no cap, you need one really good Kingpin. Because Kingpin stretches out into so many stories in the comic books. Like, he goes against Spider-Man. He goes against the Punisher. He goes against Daredevil. He goes against Iron Fist and Luke Cage. He goes, like,
he's very crucial.
So much people that he ties into. And he ends up funding a whole lot of other villains and shit. Like, yeah, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we need him on screen because he has so much connection to all these different heroes in their story. So,
and I want to see, like, whenever you go to, like, because in the comic books and cartoons, you know this is his building. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to see his building in the MCU, so we can always be intrigued. But anyway, I can't wait to see what's more to come for this. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Let us know what you guys are hyped for. We're gonna check out next time. Check us out on our socials. And we'll definitely hit us up in the comment sections. We'll reply back. And let us know what else you guys want to react to. I'm Ryan.
I'm Kervin.
And yeah, we're 2K. Bye-bye.
I'm so groovy. I got power. I'm so groovy. I got power.